Stay tuned. Power Week is next.
Today on NHL Power Week, you'll find out why Brett Hull is proud to call St. Louis home.
They fall in love with their players, and as long as those players go out and play hard and entertain them and do good things for them in the community, they'll come out and support you, win, lose, or tie.
And in Streaks and Deeks, the road to the playoffs is heating up. Find out which teams are on the verge of getting a playoff berth and who has already made the cut.
The scream is now a roar. Wouldn't hear a whistle if they blew one. And the Stars win their first divisional title in 13 years.
We start off with Streaks and Deeks West, where in Dallas, the Stars were looking to clinch the Central Division title as they hosted the New York Islanders. The Islanders struck first, but the Stars came right back.
Now Zubov from the right point, a shot tipped in front, left, and he scores! Well, that didn't take long. 34 seconds into the man advantage, the Dallas Stars have tied the game at 1.
The Stars took a 4-3 lead in the third, but the Islanders weren't going to give up.
Johnson faked the shot. Berard carries it in. They score. Setting up a man off to the right of the goal. It might have been McElwain over there. And it's a 4-4 hockey game.
Former Islander Benoit Hogue stepped up with time running down.
Hogue hustling after it. Wrist shot. Score! In every way fashionable, the Dallas Stars come back and take a 5-4 lead with 32 seconds left in the game. The scream is now a roar. Couldn't hear a whistle if they blew one. And the Stars win their first divisional title in 13 years. The Central Division crown belongs in Dallas, who becomes only the 9th team in a 72-year history to go from last to first in one season.
The Stars then faced Anaheim, who were trying to clinch a playoff spot of their own.
Taken back by Solani. Base of the circle, drives it on goal, runs out of room, looks, there's the pass, they score! Steve Burchett takes the pass from Solani and makes no mistake. He'll give it up to Solani and over the line he looks, he shoots and scores! Table Solani right through the flagpole. Centered out front, they score! Terrific pass, bang, bang! And just like that, we're all knotted up at 2. Solani and Korea 2-on-1 developing. There's the pass. He shoots. What a save! No! Hervey could not control the rebound, and it deflects it behind him, and a 1-goal Anaheim lead. Puck is dropped. We're back. Madonna wide shoots and hits the side of the net as time expires, but the Ducks hang on. Next stop for Anaheim from here, who knows? But one thing's for certain, they'll have a postseason berth, and Ron Wilson, for him, it was 4 years in the making.
In Detroit, the Red Wings needed a point to clinch the third playoff spot in the West, but the Leafs wouldn't make it easy for them.
Yuskevich shoots, scores! Shanahan gets it in front. McCarty tapped with a high stick, scores! An unusual goal for the Red Wings. It's 2-1. Kozlov moves up, gets it across, Taylor scores!
The game ended in a 2-2 tie, giving the Wings the point they needed. In Calgary, the Flames hosted the Blackhawks, who were 2 points ahead of them for the 8th playoff spot.
Here's Chelios over the line shooting. It deflects wide. Rebound Morrow. A shot. He scores! Ethan Morrow from the goal line extended and hit Kidd and scored it right between his pads and into the net. Carries it to the Hawk line. Threw it to the far board. Teed off. Shoots one. Tip. They score! Marty McGinnis tipped it in. We're tied at 1. Down by Chelios. Tips long shot. He scores! Chelios! He bounced that one into the net. It appeared. He just flipped it toward the goal. Not much heat on it at all. It's 2-1 Hawks.
Chelios' goal gave the Hawks a 2-1 victory and a 4-point lead over the Flames for the 8th playoff spot. The Colorado Avalanche still hold the top spot in the West with 105 points. This season, St. Louis's Brett Hull became the 24th player in NHL history to score 500 goals. Hull is a fierce competitor who cherishes his rivalry with the Chicago Blackhawks.
Now they draw the Hawks down, bounce to the side of the net. Hull picked it up in air. Deacon and beat Chelios to it, and then Brett Hull was there behind him.
I'll never try to embarrass anybody. I won't pump my arms or jump like Mike Foligno or things like that. If I'm doing those things and Chris Chelios after I score is thinking in his mind, you know, what's he doing out there, embarrassing me or running the score up? I don't need me on his mind. You know, that's why I tell the coaches after I score, I like to have a new line out there right away just to get me out of everyone's mind. So next time when I go out there, Chris Chelios isn't going, there he is, you know, there he is over here. He's just playing his game, and then I just come in again, and all of a sudden I'm there again.
Hull has been outsmarting NHL defenses for a decade, winning the 1991 MVP and 3 goal-scoring titles. No one shuts down the Golden Bret.
For Hull, he shoots, he scores! Oh, baby, another beauty! Gordon Hull works in, does a spin, works it alone, shoots, he scores! He's amazing, folks. He is incredible. Oh, baby, what a play.
I get excited after I score the goal. I mean, that's what makes the hair on my neck stand up.
Break away for Hull. He's 2 men short. He's Ian Hull. The shot, he scored! What a turn of events. Brett Hull.
Brett's amazing talent comes from a superior gene pool. His father, Bobby Hull, was the most exciting player of the 1960s, streaking down the left wing for the Chicago Blackhawks.
In front again. Here's Bobby Hull. Oh! Chicago ties it up. Bobby Hull scores.
But trying to follow in the steps of a superstar was no easy task.
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He was the greatest player of, or one of the greatest players of his generation. And you just, as a kid, to live up to something of that nature is impossible. And you know, kids can be cruel, and it was at times very difficult, not only for me, but for my brothers. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons I'm the only one who made it. I just went on my own course. I went out and just had fun playing, and I said, if I make it, I make it, but I'm gonna have fun trying.
Fans have always had fun cheering the Hulls. Just like Bobby before him in Chicago, Brett is adored in St. Louis.
The Hull shot, he scored! Oh, what a shot from the slot, Brett Hull, and they go wild here at Kiel.
500 of Hull's devoted fans showed up for this midweek autograph session. The city has adopted its #1 star.
From day one when I got here, the people have treated me like I was born and raised here.
He makes St. Louis, you know, something. Instead of most of these cities, you don't have no big stars, really. And he makes St. Louis pretty much stick out. Every time I've seen him, he's been really polite and great guy. We need guys like him, more of them.
Why do you like Brett Hull so much?
I don't know. He's just my idol. I don't know.
He's just your idol, huh? They fall in love with their players, and as long as those players go out and play hard and entertain them, and do good things for them in the community, they'll come out and support you, win, lose, or tie.
As usual, Brett encountered a packed house, but he didn't stop signing until every fan left with a smile on their face. A father himself, Brett has passed the Hull bloodline to his son, Jude. Could there be another Hull destined for the NHL?
But right now, it looks like he could play almost any sport he wants with the ability he has. So, you know, whatever he wants to do, I'm going to try to, he's going to be raised here in St. Louis, and hopefully he can come and strap on the blue note one day.
He shoots and scores! Hull does it again!
In the news, the Red Wings' string of back-to-back President's Trophies is about to end. With just several regular season games remaining, only the Western Conference's Colorado Avalanche and Dallas Stars and the Eastern Conference's Philadelphia Flyers and New Jersey Devils have a shot at the trophy awarded to the team with the best regular season record. In other news, Dallas's Mike Modano was named Player of the Month for March with 5 goals and 13 assists in 11 games.
He looked like the Player of the Month.
Elsewhere, Toronto's Steve Sullivan was named March's Rookie of the Month with 11 points in 14 games.
Big chance for the Leafs. They score! It's Sullivan.
Recently, Buffalo's Pat LaFontaine, former U.S. Olympian Bill Cleary, and the late Seymour H. Knox III were awarded the 1997 Lester Patrick Award for their contributions to hockey in the United States.
To receive the Lester Patrick Award, I'm very thankful because it means outstanding service to United States hockey, and that makes me very proud.
Were it not for Seymour and Norty, but Seymour in particular, this building wouldn't be here. the Sabres wouldn't be here, and we all wouldn't be here tonight having a spectacular evening in what is a spectacular testament to all he had to give to our game, and for that, we are grateful to the Knox family as well.
In injury news, the Buffalo Sabres will miss right wing Matthew Barnaby for up to 6 weeks with an injured knee. In San Jose, Ed Belfour's season came to an early end with a back injury. And finally, best wishes go out to Tampa Bay's John Cullen, who will be out indefinitely after being diagnosed with lymphoma, a form of cancer.
It brings down to reality in a hurry what real life is all about. I mean, games are fun and sports is fun. But when something like this happens, it makes you realize the important values of life.
Now it's time to look at the playoff race heating up in the East in streaks and beats. Martin Brodeur has been red hot as of late, earning not 1, not 2, but 3 consecutive shutouts.
He's got another shutout. All right, Marty.
Brodeur now leads the league with 9 shutouts and is the first Devil to record back-to-back-to-back shutouts. The Devils have 4 shutouts in the last 5 games, with backup goalie Mike Dunham contributing. They're in first place in the East, 1 point ahead of the Flyers, who are 4-1-2 in their last 7 games. The top spot of the East may come down to the last game of the season when the Flyers and Devils meet. The Buffalo Sabres' latest acquisition, Miroslav Shatan, displayed his talents against the New York Rangers this past week.
From in front score! Miroslav Shatan! Back for it. Also your front take it away. Does. Feed it to Shatan. He scores! Miroslav Shatan with his second of the game. It's in front, they score. Miro Shatan with a hat trick. Miroslav Shatan with his 3rd goal of the game.
Shatan's first career hat trick sealed the Sabres' victory 5-1. Buffalo is in first in the Northeast Division and currently are seated 2nd for the playoffs. The battle for home ice advantage began this week as Pittsburgh hosted Florida.
Yager for Francis Lemieux, captain, right shot, scores!
I tell you what, there it is, 610 career goals.
Lemieux is now tied with the Golden Jet Bobby Hull for 6th place on the NHL's all-time goal-scoring list. But the Florida Panthers didn't care about records. They were jockeying for playoff position.
And a lead pass, here comes the Panthers, Robbie Niedermeyer. 1 man back. Niedermeyer walks in. Oh, what a goal! Robbie Niedermeyer dekes up 2 players, including Hatcher and Reggett.
Well, this is what a great effort by Robbie Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer using his speed. This is where Kevin Hatcher might have lost some kind of concentration. Boy, it's a flat-out one-on-one. But Kevin Hatcher got beat flat.
Despite the late goal, the Penguins held on to defeat Florida 4-3. Florida moved to 4th in the East, while Pittsburgh is currently in 5th. The Rangers clinched their playoff spot last Thursday against Boston.
1-0 for Messier. Nice move around Stumpley. Shoots, save, carry, rebound. Score! Messier!
The Rangers held on to defeat Boston 5-4 and are currently in 4th place in the Atlantic Division, 6th place overall in the Eastern Conference. The Hartford Whalers are back in the playoff hunt thanks to sweet moves like this one.
Short-handed. In traffic, Primo, in shot, scores! Dave Primo! Short-handed goal for Hartford, and the Whale takes a 1-0 lead. What a move!
But Montreal would answer back with speed.
Moving speed, Koivu in, good pass, score, Mark Recchi!
The Canadiens have a hold on the number 7 spot in the East, while Hartford hangs on to the much-coveted 8th position. The Ottawa Senators still have a chance for the final spot, especially after last week's back-to-back shutouts by goaltender Ron Tugnutt. In the Northeast Division, the Senators are looking for their first playoff berth in franchise history. While over in the Atlantic Division, the Devils and Flyers are battling for the number 1 seed. On the scoring leaders board, the Mighty Ducks tandem of Timo Solani and Paul Kariya keep racking up the points. And Zygmunt Palffy is contributing to the Islanders' push towards the playoffs with 48 goals and 89 points. Now, here are the top 10 plays of March.
Mike Richter to face Ken Klee. Ken Klee, don't be fooled by the fact he's a defenseman. He's also a forward. Richter, a save to keep it
Anderson orchestrates off to Primo. Keith Primo over the line. Big time hit by Marchment. Now Chase on with a flash. He scores! Primo paid the price severely. Chase on with a big goal. The Whalers lead it 1-0. Goal line angles it off the wall. Bill Guerin save. Rebound score! There it is! 500 on the rebound. A clean goal. The bench is empty to congratulate Dave Andrechuk on the 500th of his career. Magnificent. Dump back to the point. Shot. Score! Joey Mullen has his 500th goal. The first American-born player ever to get it. Rangers with some good pressure started with a good rush down. Oh, big collision. Oh, Daig is down and he may be out.
That was a good hit, clean hit, and Daig did not see Samuelson moving across. Oh, fasten your seatbelt.
And a lead pass. Here comes the Panthers' Robbie Niedermeyer. One man back. Niedermeyer walks in. Oh, what a goal! Robbie Niedermeyer dekes up two players, including Hatcher and Regan. And again, it's a one-goal game.
Hartford making 5 for 5 changes now. Here comes Zubov. Stick handling through center. Out of the Hartford line. They're moving around decision. He's in. A shot. He scores! Oh, what a move by Zubov! 2-0 Dallas. And one of the prettiest goals you'll see. Coast to coast, just like butter on toast. Here's a drive that rockets off traffic for Van Allen. They pile it for Van Allen. Big save by Hobby Mullen. The save of the game by Nikolai Hobby Mullen keeps it 3-1.
Walensky to Bertuzzi, who moves in, and he scores! Todd Bertuzzi, and it's 2-0 Islanders. And can you imagine? You had a whole lot of people wanting to get rid of him. Now he's one of the forces up front for the Islanders.
Taken to the board, but there's Leclerc, and he finds Lindros. The E-train on the loose. Charging back is Johansson. Lindros the move. The pass to Leclerc. He scores! Oh, what a beauty! Highlight film material there. Lindros to Leclerc. 5-0 Philadelphia.
Oh my gosh, it does not get any better than that.
It's time once again for the best saves, hits, and bloopers of the week in Don't Blink. We'll lead off in Tampa Bay with Hartford standout goalie Sean Burke.
Love down by Gratton at the point. Chips one in. It's tip frame saved by Burke with the rebound. Handled by Sean Burke. 10-bell save by number 1.
Here's one that will knock you off your feet.
Stevenson waiting. Gets it in front. Tucker shot that one in. Tallis. Big stop.
The Penguins' Philippe Derouvel keeps his eyes and feet on the puck.
Recky's got the puck. Turns, sliding in front course, and the Toivonen right there. Oh, big save by Rovell. That's the save of the night for the Penguins.
Edmonton's playoff hopes rest on the shoulders of number 31, Curtis Joseph.
Letton turns it over. Here comes Madonna. He's in a drive. Oh, Joseph with the windmill. Took that puck out of the back of the net.
Now for some bone-crushing hits. Let's start in Chicago with Tony Amonte.
Oh, Tony Amonte has just lowered the boom on Mark Jansen.
Oh, McTavish sent head over heels.
The saves return with one of the league's hottest goaltenders, Martin Brodeur.
Around in front, Konowalchuk. Quick shot by Tocchet, and it's snared by goaltender Martin Brodeur.
And speaking of snaring, the Rangers' Mike Richter gets into the act.
3-on-3 in the Rangers zone. Chattan, glove save by Richter. How about that?
The Islanders' Tommy Salo dives headfirst into Don't Blink.
Now circling, waiting in front. Adams a shot. Salo got across to stop it.
Senator goaltender Ron Tugnutt has Ottawa hoping for a shot at the postseason. Tugnutt demonstrates the secret of his success. A great vertical leap. Buffalo's Matthew Barnaby gives a thumbs up to Tugnutt's unorthodox style, and Toronto's Kelly Chase enjoys a moment of deep reflection.
In order for us to be successful tonight.
But at least you're not hearing things like Devils head coach Jacques Lemaire. We'll conclude with a tribute to Grand Fjord, first versus Los Angeles.
Now the Blues can't get out in front. Oh, Fjord robs Glenn Murray.
And then this game saver against Philadelphia.
Shoots the puck in, 26 seconds to go. Put her in front. Oh, Fjord, baby, what a save. He robs Eric Lindros with 23 seconds to go.
It's time to get an international update. And this week we catch up with Swedish players around the league. Starting us off is the New York Rangers' Nicklas Sundstrom, who has proven that practice does make perfect, as the second-year forward has beaten many goalies with his one-timer from the slot. Sundstrom has 23 goals this year and 50 points.
He has it. Centers, they score. Sundstrom, Nicklas Sundstrom.
Another second-year Swede who plays a vital role on his team is Ottawa's Daniel Alfredsson. The two-time All-Star not only puts the puck in the net, but he can also make the big hit.
Alfredsson with a big hit.
Alfredsson has contributed 34 goals and 71 points on the year as the Senators make a run for the playoffs.
Snuffed out there along the board. Puck stolen by Kennyworth. Scores Alfredsson!
Forward Nicholas Anderson's good play has helped the New York Islanders in their playoff race. Anderson has chipped in some offense with 12 goals and 42 points.
Nobody home guarding him, and so Anderson fires, he scores! Nicklas Anderson!
The Legion of Doom line is back for the Philadelphia Flyers, and so is Michael Renberg. Renberg has picked up his play in the second half of the season, turning on the goal light 22 times, while getting 37 assists for a total of 59 points.
From the center ice, Zubov has it picked off. Here's Renberg on a breakaway. Herbe backing up, a shot, he scores! Michael Renberg!
While in the West, defenseman Nicklas Lidstrom has had another strong year for the Detroit Red Wings. Lidstrom has provided offense from the blue line, scoring 15 goals and assisting on 41 others for a total of 56 points.
Looking out front, jumping into the play. Lidstrom with a shot, he scores! Nicklas Lidstrom.
Mats Sundin is the top Swedish scorer with 91 points, while Calgary's Jonas Höglund is 10th with 34 points. Next week, we'll look at the top international players for the season. Welcome to our first Power Pack game of the week. It's an Atlantic Division matchup between Phil Ranford and the Washington Capitals and Martin Brodeur and the New Jersey Devils. Let's get right to the game.
10 wins in the month of March for the Devils. Only twice have they ever had a month in which they had 10 or more wins. 11 in March of 1990 and 12 in March of 94. Boy, works that gum, doesn't he? Did you chew gum when you played goal?
No, I didn't.
Ice water or something?
No. Even sitting on the bench, I'd eat the odd M&M. I'd sneak out on the bench in my glove, but I didn't chew gum much. We didn't have it there, you know. It wasn't like today.
What, didn't have gum?
Well, there was like maybe 5 pieces, and you know, now there's packs and packs, and you know, we were a little more conscious of spending money.
Leak with a drive. It's brought back out by the Capitals. If they hurry, it's a 3-on-2. Andre Nikolishkin is in. And an offside foils that attack. 6:50 gone in the first period and no score in the game.
Well, there's Kenny Clee. Does Jim Schoenfeld, his coach, ever rave about this young man? He said he's not only my 4th best defenseman, he's my top 9 forward. So he's versatile. He's real fit, and he plays a lot like Jim Schoenfeld used to. Really tough, competitive. He's another guy along with Dale Hunter who's been a steady performer. 75 games. He's avoided a lot of the injuries that other players have had. And there they are sitting together talking. And, you know, it's surprising this team isn't in the playoffs, Mike, but they still have a chance. But it's getting down to a fine line. Even though they're good on paper, if they don't win some games, as Schoenfeld was saying today, we won't have any excuses.
They have one with Ottawa, one with Montreal, and one with the Islanders. Puck sent back off by Brodeur. Now Gonchar whips one that's blocked down in front. Still scrap for, and Peter Zezel, nice takeaway. Works it back out for Ralston, but off his stick. He and Gonchar go to the boards and cancel out. Zezel stood up by Oates back behind. Some lacrosse checking on him. Meanwhile, it's fed for McLean, and he scores! John McLean, a perfect feed out in front, and he blasted it home, and it's 1-0 in favor of New Jersey.
Well, when it comes at the hands of the best offensive lines the Caps have, Jacques Lemaire put out his checking line of Zezel, McLean, Ralston against Oates, Tocchet, and Konowalchuk, hoping to not allow them to score. Instead, who gets the goal? And look at this pass and a finish by Johnny McLean. He's got to get it up. Just a little dip by Ranford there caused him to miss that puck. He went down to get a better look. As he went down, McLean went high. And McLean, his 24th goal of the season. And the Devils once again get the first goal of the game.
54th time this year. And one strange thing, for the change, Bill Guerin doesn't get the first goal. He had that 3 times in a row. Net dislodged. Play stopped. We'll get back to U.S. Air Arena, where the Devils have the lead of 1-0.
With the Devils up 1-0, we move to the third period, already in progress.
Stevens played through to Peterson on the wing to Ralston, trying to get through. Knocked away from Guerin. Ralston around behind, closed off by Hunter. They're back up and scrapping for it again. Guerin trying to kick it behind. Whip not giving him any room. Ralston closed off. Good body booming into the boards by Cote, and a shot. Oh, and that one went wide. Now it's Stevens shooting one, and that one kicked away. Bang to the boards was Hunter. Up with it and throwing it back on his Cote, and it's knocked back over for Bondra, who races back in. Peter Bondra, can he control? Backhander held by Brodeur, and play is stopped. Ralston a shot, that blocked away, fed back off, and it's Chambers. Chambers wanted to hold off Eagles, but instead it's played by Scott Stevens. So Stevens just holding. We have 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third period. Stevens ahead, pitching it back in. Ranford around behind. Still they battle. Puck came back over to Gilmore. Gilmore back to the point to Chambers, then over to Gilmore again. Doug Gilmore looking things over, fed one over to Stevens. Puck skipped by, played it on the bounce, dumped it along further. Pivoting as McKay, leaned down, got it over to Ralston, to the back Chambers. Fakes a drive, side of the net. Gilmore looking, back to Chambers. Shooting, it deflected off a stick and flapped wide. Laid back on by Gilmore again. All of this is attack time. Worked over to Brian Ralston. Ralston at the circle, cruising, shooting one, turned aside by Ranford. Stevens pinching in, tipping it along. It came out front. Oh, McKay was stoned by Ranford. And it is cleared back down, and Bill Ranford has earned his team another crack at this game. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third period. Doug Gilmore ahead, wristing it back in. It's poked to the corner by Ranford. Guerin trying to sashay by, but could not control the bouncing puck. Forced on around and waiting for it is Dean, but it's picked up instead and walked back out again by Gonchar. Gonchar's passes on to Pat Peak. Peak twirling, swings one, save Brodeur, rebound, and he closes the pads and gets a stoppage of play with 2:13 left.
Martin Brodeur going for a second consecutive shutout. Shut out the Rangers. Boy, the goals against average is dropping. Oh, Dougie Gilmore, no surprise, got a little cut. Looks like above the eye. This has been one fierce game. Mean, tough.
Ranford goes to the bench to give the Capitals an extra skater as they attempt to tie.
Off the faceoff, Scott Stevens there. It's given over to Chambers, put it off the glass. Housley able to keep, pumped it along further. They battle for it. Housley able to keep it again, but it's Stevens up with it, lobbing one that goes back down the ice. Hustling back for it is John McLean. McLean able to get there. It is ruled a continuous play. Turned back on by Peterson along from McLean. Then Gilmore, and the horn sounds, and Martin Brodeur has authored another shutout. He now leads the league in shutouts with 8, but that pales next to the 2 points that the Devils have earned in this game. Points number 96 and 97 on the year. They are temporarily tied with Philadelphia for first in the Eastern Conference.
And now it's time for our second Power Pack game of the week. From Detroit, the Red Wings host the St. Louis Blues. In net for the Blues with 31 wins is Grant Fuhr. And with 16 career victories over the Blues, it's Mike Vernon who gets the start for the Red Wings.
In the first 6 minutes of this contest, the mighty Detroit Red Wings have had only one shot on goal. Turgeon on this faceoff against Larionov.
And the Wings control very late in their power play. Larionov feeds it onto the right wing. And the puck shot in by Joe Kosher. Shanahan tries to center. He's hit by Pronger. And the Wings along the boards with a puck back to Fetisov. Then behind the net, Shanahan centers. Larionov to McCarty. Can't get a shot. At the point, oh, Konstantinov hits the post, and Larionov fires wide. The penalty is over. The Blues back at full strength. Conroy to center ice, gains the red line, and fires the puck in.
And Kenny, just before the shot hit the post, an excellent defensive play by Pierre Turgeon, lifting the stick of McCarty before he could get the shot off.
Now the Blues intercept Bergevin, who played with Detroit last year, ahead. Turgeon would have been offside, and they wing back. Dandino feeds the puck deep. Rouse advances it. This is Kozlov with it. He'll flip the puck in. Going after it is Mike Knuble. He's the youngster just called up recently from the American League. He knocks down Courtnall, and Turgeon shoots it in. Turgeon centering Courtnall and Murphy, and the Blues are ready to change. Lidstrom for Detroit. Feeds it over far side. Knuble over the red line, drives the puck in. It bounces high out of the corner. Tough break for the Blues. Oh, and then McInnes blocks the shot. And the Blues on the attack. This is Courtnall over the line to Campbell. Good move, and the shot off the skate of Lidstrom. Courtnall with the puck. Out to the point. McInnes fakes the shot. A pass shot hits the post. Rebound. They score! Pierre Turgeon, the rebound. Oh, baby, the Blues get the first goal tonight here in Detroit.
We now move to the second period with St. Louis still ahead 1-0.
Detroit to center ice. Knuble getting it in. Matthew Dandino centers. All Knuble tied up. Peluso ahead to McTavish. At center ice for Leach. He's checked, and Pronger advances. Chris Pronger into the offensive zone. Slowed up by Fedorov. And behind the net, McTavish steals. Waiting for help out in front. Here's Craig McTavish to the corner. Leaves the puck there for Leach, and he's beaten to it. Kozlov gives it to Larry Murphy. Murphy pressure. And the puck stolen by Peluso. Fedorov covers up around far side. Too far for Dandino. The Blues with a puck. It's Al McInnes as both teams are changing. McInnes gets some room. Takes a shot. Vernon the save. But on the rebound. Stops. Centers. Vernon gets back. Detroit can't clear. Bergevin to McInnes. Faking the shot. Here's Joe Murphy with a puck. Now Murphy, as the Blues keep skating into the corner to Matola. Murphy tries to get in front, does, but loses the puck. And Sergei Fedorov, playing defense tonight, feeds a great pass up to Kurt Maltby. He can't get in. The Blues leave the puck at center ice as the Wings are changing. Konstantinov for Detroit. As the pass tipped in by Taylor. Now Kosher in alone. Oh, Fuhr the save, and they score in the second effort. The Red Wings tie it at 1, and the Blues are all over Paul Stewart complaining.
We'll be right back with more exciting hockey action. Welcome back. We rejoin the game in the second with Detroit on a power play.
9:12 the time of the penalties. 1-1 is the score. Nicholas Lidstrom with a puck. The Blues are killing it with Pellerin and Matteau, Bergevin, and McInnes, who tips the pass intended for McCarty into the corner, and Fuhr whacks it up the boards, not out. Yzerman, rink wide, knocked away. Good play by Matteau, and Bergevin clears the puck down the ice.
And Steve Yzerman on the point on the power play. Scotty Bowman has been using him there recently, and what he likes about him is he's not afraid to take the shot at the net.
Yzerman works in, gets poke check. Shanahan with a puck. Now Pronger, Kravchuk, Pellerin, and Campbell. A crowd in the corner. Pronger a pretty good job. Then Shanahan trying to center. The puck deflects behind the net. Darren McCarty to the point to Yzerman. Back for McCarty around far side to Shanahan. Larionov the other forward. This is Lidstrom at the point for Detroit. They have the power play. He gets the puck back from Yzerman, gives it to Yzerman. The shot blocked by Pellerin, and the puck carried out by Campbell. It's a 3-on-2. Now to Kravchuk. He'll shoot. Oh, Vernon the save. Campbell fans on the rebound. Half a minute to go in the power play for Detroit. Brendan Shanahan to Igor Larionov. Larionov, a pass, and Pronger anticipates. He looks for the man in front of him, and a breakaway here. Leach moving it alone. He waits, he fakes, he shoots. Vernon the save. Now 15 seconds to go in the penalty to McTavish. Courtnall in there with him. Of course, McTavish has to stay in the box with a fighting penalty. Yzerman to Lidstrom. Now working in front. Sandstrom stopped by Fuhr. Leach taken down heavily. Here out of the corner, Kozlov to Lidstrom. The shot, Fuhr the save. The penalty is over. Courtnall in the box with McTavish back on, and the Blues clear at the length of the ice. Fedorov touching the puck. Icing is the call against the Blues. Here's Matteau with Turgeon and Murphy. Murphy a drive that goes wide. Tomas Sandstrom trying to get the puck by Pronger. It comes to center ice. He kicks it ahead. Yzerman 2-on-1 with McCarty. Yzerman to McCarty. Fuhr, a dazzling save, and the Blues come back the other way. Murphy gets knocked down. Pronger with a puck. Hands it to Tomas Sandstrom. Ahead for McCarty. Yzerman to the net. And the pass fails to get through. Pronger blocks it. Oh, and then Yzerman in front alone. Actually at the side of the net. And he can't get the puck on the goal. And the Blues clear the puck out. Matteau will be offside if he touches the puck. So the linesman just blows the whistle. And we have 15 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the third period. This game tied at 1.
And Grant Fuhr might have gotten a little help from the post on that one as well. One of the few times the Blues have given up a 2-on-1. Here comes Yzerman. He'll make the pass across. Good little move there on Kravchuk. There's the shot. Yeah, it goes off the post and out the other way. Here it is again. Good pass from Yzerman. Here comes the deflection. Look at that, just up and over Grant Fuhr.
No question the Blues are being forced back on their heels a bit here. They got a Turgeon goal in the first period. Taylor tied it early in the second for Detroit. Matteau, Turgeon, and Murphy. First few seconds of the second period, Conroy was hurt. He has not returned. Out to the point to Bergevin. He shoots. The save by Vernon. He bats the rebound to the corner where Murphy harasses. Oh, what a save on Turgeon by Mike Vernon.
Good job by Murphy here with the steal. And then the pass across. And there was Vernon. And he is looking over at Turgeon, I believe, on the play.
1-1 the score. Blues Bergevin with a puck. He and McInnes are teamed up on defense. Leach and Pellerin are the wings here with McTavish. Intercepting LaPointe. Big shot. Fuhr the save, and Bergevin ties up Taylor enough that he can't get an effort away on a rebound. Leach to McInnes ahead to Pellerin. The Blues need to put a little more pressure on Detroit. Better off his back. He's thinking other end right away. You can just see it when he goes back to retrieve the puck. Look at this. Look at Fedorov. What a save. Rebound wide. Oh, Knuble had a great chance. You could just see Fedorov going back to pick up the puck. You knew it was going to be at the other net momentarily.
Yeah, it only took 3 strides for him to go from behind his net to get to his own blue line. He was flying.
Fedorov up to LaPointe. Over to Konstantinov as the teams change with 7.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Matteau had to wait for Murphy. Shoots the puck in. Turgeon gets it. Now Murphy chases it behind the net with Fedorov. Matteau there also. And in the corner, it's Igor Larionov. Rink wide off the skate of Kozlov. Matteau from Pearson flips it in.
And Fedorov's been out there a long time. He can't get off the ice. He's got to go all the way across to the other side to get off the ice.
Larionov takes the pass from Shanahan. Now to Kozlov. Kozlov backhands the puck behind the net. Larionov watches it on the rail. Chases after it. Under 7 to go. Centering. Pearson intercepts. Clears the puck down the ice. Larry Murphy for the wings to touch it. Icing is the call. Murphy for Detroit. Backhands it ahead. Sandstrom bumps with Pronger. Then Pronger beats Yzerman to the puck. Sandstrom knocks it ahead. Glove down. Bergevin whacks it out. 2 seconds to go. Hey, oh baby. Take the point. The Blues get a huge, huge point in Detroit.
Welcome back for our final Power Pack game of the week. We take you to Hartford for an Eastern Conference battle between the Hartford Whalers and the Montreal Canadiens. Let's get right to the action.
Power play again. In this game, so far, Hartford's had a couple of opportunities and has not been able to come through. Short-handed Primo pokes it away at the blue line. Manson giving chase, had to watch out. Primo was lurking right behind him. Recchi regains at his own goal line. He'll try to send out the other way to Vincent Damphousse. Good play by Chazon. The blue line knocked it away. There's a high stick call, delayed. Now waved off. Primo, short-handed. In traffic, Primo in, shoots, scores! Heath Primo! Short-handed goal for Hartford, and the Whale takes a 1-0 lead. What a move!
Oh, what a great way for Hartford to get on the board. This is a huge morale boost for them. Excellent individual effort by Keith Primo. After some sloppy work by the Montreal Canadiens, there's the high stick, knocking the puck down. That's why Hartford had to wait there to not touch the puck. It was a smart play. Now look at Montreal. They just kind of wave at Primo, waiting for him to dump it in or do something. Well, he does something all right. Goes around everybody.
Short-handed tally for Keith Primo and a big one for the Whale. Jump out to a 1-0 lead. 3:01 left in the first. Fifth leading scorer on Hartford is Keith Primo. Sanderson leads the way. 22 seconds of power play time remaining. Thibault will let that one go beyond him. Stefan Quetal in his own end. They'll bring out the other way. Montreal just anemic offensively. No good chances whatsoever for this team early in the game. Thornton wraps it behind. Return to Stevenson. Mandeville trying to break it up in front. Quetal scores! Stefan Quetal evens it up at 1-1.
This is a huge goal for the Montreal Canadiens because they didn't have anything going for them. Hartford fell asleep just a little bit in the 5-on-5 situation. Quetal moved into the top of the circle. He'll get a nice pass, and he'll finish it off. The Montreal breaking out of the zone. They've got it in deep pretty consistently on Hartford. I'll give them that much, although they haven't had very many scoring chances. Quetal, 5 grab. Look how much room he has. Nobody has looked at him at all. He gets it, fishes it out of his feet, and throws it in the top shelf like a 50-goal scorer.
Quetal, 7 goals of the year. He's already surpassed his point total from last season. Comes up with a huge goal there, an even strength. Power play just ended. Quetal sends that in.
And Montreal again, they went D to D right off that face-off, and then the long shot in. Montreal's going to do that consistently, and the neutral zones are going to take their time. I think it's maybe affected their emotional level in this game a little bit, Dave. They don't seem to have the zip that you might expect. They're just playing very careful, and they seem to be thinking their way through this game. And I think that Primo goal hurt them. And now they're back even again, so I think Primo will get a game.
Dumped in by Hartford, each team on a line change. Peter Popovich trying to send out of his own zone. Primo cannot hold it in along the right wing boards.
We're not going to see the Montreal Canadian defense go back in their zone, hook the net with the puck, and come up with speed. They don't want to do that because they think it plays right into Hartford's hands.
Speaking of speed, Koivu in. Good pass. Score, Mark Recchi! Saku Koivu setting up Recchi beautifully in front at a wide open net. Sean Burke had no chance. $1:43 left in the period. Suddenly a lot of offense. 2-1 halves.
Recchi ended the scoring in the first. We now move to the second period with the score still 2-1 Canadiens.
Sammy Kapanen tried to tee that up in front, could not. Benoit Brunet. Cross-ice feed for Recchi. He scored one of the 2 Canadian goals. Stefan Quetal has the other. It's allowed by Manson. In front, deflected by Burke. Score! Recchi was there. Brunet was there. Manson sent it on. And Montreal has a 2-goal lead. 3-1 halves, under 5 minutes left in the second.
This one completely surprised Sean Burke and handcuffed him completely also. He could not move back to the short side. Turnovers inside the zone. Manson will end up with it back on the point at the blue line. Hartford has a chance there, as you can see, to get it out. Just can't seem to catch up with it. This will just be a flick towards the net. There it is. It'll change direction by one of the Hartford players. That's what surprised Sean Burke about it. He was moving from his right to his left, a complete change of direction back to his right. And I believe Manson will get credit for that goal. And Sean Burke was really disgusted when he got back up out of net. He was literally in the net when he was all done as well.
Walker save made. Stevenson sending it right on at the goal line. Thornton takes a bump from Glenn Wesley. Steve Chazon regains. Backhand shovel pass ahead. Here comes Primo. 2-on-2. Primo again, the open ice, trying to go right by Manson. This time Dave Manson doesn't want to take any chances. And he and Primo involved in a little scrap away from the play. At the blue line, Thornton will bring out Stevenson on the far side. Left on for Scott Thornton, poked away, all the way down ice. Manson's lost his helmet, he's off the ice.
Yeah, a little frustration there, I think, with Dave Manson and Keith Primo taking a few shots at each other. Yeah, Manson lost the helmet in that last exchange.
Kevin Holler is on in. Benoit Brunet on forecheck. He'll get that away from Hartford, trying to bring out of its own zone. Castles goes right by the puck. Decision will try to bring out. Center ice, they try to get it through to Stephen Rice. Koivu comes the other way. Got Brunet with him. Saku Koivu on the line with Recchi and Benoit Brunet in front. Brunet, one-timer, scores! What a great feed in front. It's Koivu, my apologies, Koivu from the feed, who finishes off Saku Koivu. 4-1 game. Sanderson dumps in. Tebow, easy play. Justin Tebow, very solid in net tonight. Deflected just wide by Stephen Rice. One shorthanded goal in the first period. First goal of the game scored by Primo. And just 30 seconds left. And Tom scored as well for Montreal, their first tally of the night.
When Primo got that scoring chance, Dave, here in this third period, made those great moves, but couldn't put it past Thibault. It seemed like almost all the air went out of the sails for Hartford there. It looked as if they were saying, oh no, another one of those nights, and they haven't really come up with anything since.
Final seconds of the game. And that'll do it. Horn sounds from the mall. So our final, Brian, from Hartford tonight. Montreal takes a 4-1 victory, crucial for their playoff run.
And that'll do it for us. I'm Garrett Michaels. We'll see you next week on NHL Power Week.